Hey Bulldogs, let's see what's happening this week on Cold Blue News. First, Dallas Rodriguez Vieira talks to members of the school about Hispanic Heritage Month. Then, Vin Nguyen has people talk about their thoughts on the restrictions of COVID and how they have impacted their summers. Again. Now, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance in a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Nick Chaffee, here with Joseph McLaughlin. Welcome back to Code Blue Season 4. Holbrook is holding a special town election on October 16th to fill a vacant seat on the Board of Selectmen. For students who are turning 18 prior to the September 23rd deadline, they will be eligible to register. For anyone interested, email Ms. Clawher for a voter registration form.
Many of you may have noticed the signs of notable people hanging in front of classrooms. Last Wednesday, the 15th, marked the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month, a period for recognizing the contributions and influence of Hispanic Americans. Cbn reporter Dallas Rodriguez Vieira is here to see how the students here at HMHS are celebrating this historic month.
This past Wednesday, September 15th, marked the beginning of Hispanic Heritage Month, a month honoring the cultures and contributions of both Hispanic and Latino Americans from all over Latin America. The month spans until October 15th. It is unique in this sense because it honors the anniversary of the independence of 5 Hispanic countries: Costa Rica, El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras, and Nicaragua, along with that of others that fall within this period. Though not as commonly acknowledged, the month has great significance for much of the HMHS community.
Hispanic Heritage Month means to me, it's a way for me to honor my roots and to remember what makes me so unique. It's also a way for me to remember my family, the ones that are here and also the ones that are back in my home country.
To me personally, I don't really think of it like that, but it does mean a lot to me because it helps me recognize where I come from and helps me stay in touch with my roots.
To me, Hispanic Heritage Month is a time to really celebrate all of the diverse Hispanic people that we have here in the United States. I do think it's really important for the school to celebrate and acknowledge this month because we have so many Hispanic students here, and I think it's a really great time to celebrate those students and their families and their ancestors and all of the accomplishments and contributions that they've made to our country.
I think it's very important because for the Hispanic students that we do have, I believe it makes them feel welcomed and acknowledged in their culture and heritage.
I think it's very important that the school celebrates it because it lets other students like me know what makes them so important and so unique when compared to others.
I do plan on talking in my classes a little bit about some Hispanic people and talking about all of the many, many Independence Days of many Spanish-speaking countries that are celebrated during this month.
To celebrate, I am planning to make foods of my culture and just to inform other people about it. I think it definitely should be talked about more, and I think that the school is doing a better job at doing that with actually acknowledging it and realizing that it's an important month to a lot of students here.
My family doesn't even really know about the month, so I'm the only one celebrated this year. I'm hoping to make them be able to understand what makes this month so special.
Learn a little bit about a Spanish-speaking country. Talk to your Spanish-speaking friends and find out about different kinds of foods that they like to eat. Find out about like different holidays, different traditions. Ask questions and just learn something. Learn about a new food from a Spanish-speaking country that you never knew existed.
I think you should tell any friend you have that is either Hispanic, Latino, why they're such a good friend to you.
Hispanic Heritage Month is a real thing.
It is encouraging to see the role this month plays in the lives of many. Culture is absolutely something that should be celebrated, and we are glad that this month gives us all the opportunity to do so. This has been Dallas Rodriguez Vieira with Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Dallas. For all of those wondering, HMHS will be allowing fans in for volleyball. Visiting teams will be allowed 2 spectators per student athlete, while any Holbrook players are allowed to bring anyone as long as they are family. To be clear, volleyball is not open to the students or general public as of yet, only family. As for sports played outside, spectators are allowed without restrictions.
Speaking of sports, Chuck LaRossi is here with an update for this week's sports.
Hey Bulldogs, I'm Chuck LaRossi and welcome back to This Week in Sports. The boys soccer team led by Will Haney and Aiden DeMarco beat Sasha Votek on Tuesday 3-1. The record stands at 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie. Boys soccer plays Cardinal Spellman at 2:15 today at home. The girls soccer team led by Emily Cochran and Dallas Rodriguez Vieira beat Division II Abington 3-2. They also stand at a record of 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 tie. The volleyball team led by Brianna Sullivan and Shannon Ross Esperon beat Sasha Votek 3-0 on Wednesday. They currently hold a record of 3 wins and 1 loss. Both boys and girls cross-country teams lost to Norfolk Aggie on Tuesday. And finally, varsity football plays their first game of the season at home tonight against Wareham. Kickoff is at 4:30. Come out and support our Bulldogs. This has been Chuck LaRossi with Code Blue News. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Chuck.
Calling all content creators. Quick out-of-checked introductory meeting for our Video Production Club this Tuesday, the 21st, after B from 2:15 to 3 in room B163. Members of the club can learn how to shoot video, edit video, and more, all without spending a dime on expensive equipment. If you play a sport, you can just join for the fall, winter, or spring. All skill levels are welcome.
Next Monday, the 20th, is the beginning of Start with Hello Week. HMHS Guidance Counselor Mrs. Killian is here with more on this week's upcoming events.
Each year in September, thousands of schools and youth organizations nationwide participate in Start with Hello Week. This was started by the Sandy Hook Promise organization and is designed to celebrate the amazing work of educators, community members, and students to build socially inclusive learning environments for all students. Here at Holbrook High, this will be our second Start with Hello Week. Monday, just say hello. All students and staff will wear a name tag throughout the day. Students will also learn to say hello in other languages. Use someone's name and say hello to someone new. On Tuesday is School Spirit Day. Wear your blue and white proudly. Club, activity fair, lunches, and also attend the boys soccer game versus Avon at 3:30. Wednesday, we'll celebrate Start with Hello with your favorite t-shirt day. Wear your favorite t-shirt and remember to ask your friends and teachers about theirs. Thursday is Friendship Day. Students will go on partner walks to get to know someone new. And Friday is Kindness Day. Pledge at lunch to be kind to others. This is a youth violence prevention program from the Sandy Hook Promise.
Thanks, Mrs. Killian. Attention all sophomores. Please make sure you have joined the class of 2024's Google Classroom. If you have not received an invitation, please email Mrs. Callahan.
Before we wrap up the show for this week, let's head over to Cbn reporter Vin Nguyen with what is hopefully our last COVID segment, considering how long it's been dragging on.
That's right, your one and only Vin Nguyen is back in action. Unfortunately, something else is also back this year, and it's a bit of a bummer. It feels like it was only yesterday when our last school year ended, and we all thought that we were approaching the light at the end of the COVID tunnel, but psych, the Delta train is passing through at alarming speeds. The hallways are still one way, at least for the time being. The mask mandate is still in place, which seems like a good thing, all things considered. Wait, this feels familiar. On the bright side, at least lunch is free again and we don't have remote learning anymore. Right? Enough about how I feel about it. Let's check in to see how you feel about the situation this year.
I would have thought by now it would have blown over and we would have figured everything out and had no more restrictions. But then again, it's better to be safe than sorry and follow the protocols and do what we're supposed to be doing. So it's kind of upsetting, but I think we're all in this together. So yeah.
I'm not fond of wearing a mask around school, you know. I'd like to have minimal restrictions, but for now, to keep us safe, you know, keep everyone around the school safe and not getting sick is the priority. So whatever I can do, I'll do it.
COVID has been going on for like a year now. I remember when they closed down the school in March, and obviously the cases are rising right now as of September, and you know, like even though wearing the mask in school sucks, you know, like it's gonna limit the spread of COVID, especially in the town of Holbrook and in the state of Massachusetts, and we have to limit all that stuff so we can protect ourselves from the virus.
I'm fine with them. Like the COVID cases are like going up a little bit, so I see why they did that. And it's still like a thing that people can get, and not everyone has the vaccine yet, so I can see why they keep doing the protocols and stuff.
Things are bound to get better eventually, right? Right? That's all for today. This has been Vin Nguyen, and back to you in the studio.
Put like a more strict end to the cases, to the protocols and stuff, and I think we have to.
That wraps up this week's show. I'm Nick Chaffee.
And I'm Joseph McLaughlin. See you next Friday.